Are the hand are the hand claps even necessary? When we got the meditative groove going on, how's everybody doing? Alright. So, today we're going to be talking about our 60-second atelier. Yes, you too can be live your artistic dreams. And the hashtag is for the main site. We are doing a launch pretty soon. This is a pre-launch of our Stars of David collection. We are going to fill Americans with the pride of their American Jewish culture, who distributed, produced, and gave the world diversity and inclusion in the form of the golden age of cinema. That's right. So for all of those anti-Semites out there, this is for you. That's right. If it wasn't for the American Jewish culture, the Western world wouldn't have this rich tapestry of diversity and inclusion, because it was the golden age of cinema that brought African Americans, gay playwrights, sort of gender-bending personalities like Marlene Dietrich, and there was one other one. Her name escapes me at the moment, but you get the idea. And so I'm on a campaign to use my artistic abilities to celebrate the Jewish culture, and instead of pointing fingers and being like talking a bunch of crap, I'm being positive and totally cool. So if you wanna, my prints, museum quality heirloom prints, are half off as long as this stream is streaming. Offer ends in 39 minutes. Come on now. So let's let's take a look. Actually, we can do like a QR code like this, or like that. Which one is this cooler? I don't know. Let's just not even show the QR code for a minute. QR code. Okay, so let's get to our 60-second atelier. Are you ready? Are you ready? The 60-second atelier is about to commence. Here we go. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. There it is. Okay. You see the source image is right here. You get the idea? I have the camera off to the side so I can actually paint. And that's kind of what I see. Right? The source image is over here. The painting is over there. And together they look like that. And this is a very meditative and mindful technique, and the whole idea is that for anyone who wants to meditate, meditation is cool, but man, how about producing in an acid class while you meditate, baby? Come on. Acid class while you meditate. So, if you find a desktop easel, this easel literally cost me, I think, $8 at, I don't know, Michael's or Glick, or one of these art chains. Okay, so I've got these cost me, all three cost $1.25 at the dollar store. Yeah, baby. This is a cutting board, like $9 at the local supermarket. And Marlene Dietrich, right, this image was so like, oh my God. I proposed it for a mural in this DEI village, and I was told this image right here was way too scary by a local businessman who's been in the area for a long time. He says, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell in getting this image greenlit for a mural, man. She's too pro-Jewish, she's too beautiful for this community, and worst of all, she's too white. I know, that's exactly what I said, and I thought the guy was crazy, but he was correct. So I'm using that image of Marlene Dietrich as a rallying cry to tick off as many anti-Semites as I can. We want a lot of this. We want a lot of this. Oh no, Marlene Dietrich. Oh my God. How awful. So I'm going to be doing, I think, one more portrait of her image. She's a lot of fun to paint. And so I'm going to show you kind of like where I'm at in this portrait. All right. And so it's important to destroy the image. You don't want to be painting faces and noses and mouths, if you know what I'm saying. What you want to do, I want to start from the current slide. Why don't you remember to just stay in the window, man? And it's not going to give me the current slide, but that's okay. Previous key. All right. So by turning it upside down, okay, you help to destroy the image. Now, right down here is the money shot. That's where all the fun is. And so there's no like real reason. I'll keep it like this. A little bit here to give it perspective. All right. So, did you see, right? 10 seconds, boom, you put your easel right up to your computer screen. You want your computer screen to be, and the image on your computer screen, you want it to be the same size as the image on your desktop. Okay, so you're just moving back and forth with your head. You're laying back like this. You're evaluating the imagery by removing as much light as you can from your eyes. You don't want to squint like this, right? You want to get the crow's feet. You just want to lean back. More look than put. And I like to try to make different shapes out. Make different shapes out of the image. And like right down here, there's no real reason to make it perfect, like in terms of location. It's just really good practice to make these shapes as good as possible. Okay, so what's great about this message is I use this. All right, I'm using this little like 35-cent clip at the dollar store, so I keep the canvas and the easel together so I can move it right on and off the desktop easily. The paints are right here. I just take a piece of cellophane or wax paper and lay it across the paints, and they'll last all week long. I use this, which is just a thing I cut up. It used to be a scooper, for like protein, and that's my holder. Oh, sorry. See, I'm to do this performance, to do this broadcast, I'm a little bit cramped in terms of my regular painting style. But for you, I'll make an exception. So, and then either Kleenex or whatever's, Kleenex is not ideal in terms of cleaning up, but it's kind of ideal in the fact that it's compact and easy to access. And so what do you say we get to it, man? What do you say we do some painting? And I guess for now it's hard for me to see hold on. The restream is covered. Alright, how's that? Is that good? Alright, and so you basically need like 9 brushes. 3 minimum of 9. You could go up to 1 pretty much for each tonal value. So you want to use the same brush for your dark tones, same brush for your light tones. So large. 3 to 5 brushes large, 3 medium, small, round. And so what's good about this method is, check this out, man. I'm gonna end the show, and if you join my community, you'll get access to this 60-second desktop Atelier template. You start off like this, hard black and white, to it's an ancient sort of way of bringing the shapes into alignment, and then we move up the scale. And the great thing about using a PowerPoint is this. Okay, so you can you see the grid? I don't know if you can see the grid lines, but so what this does, why a square is important, is that right here, can you see how I do it? Okay, so right around here is the fun part to get this glowing, and so I'm just laying in the tones and not going for the super heavy duty sparkles just yet. And the great thing is here is these are centimeter grid lines, and I'm when it comes to pricing, my prints are $1 a centimeter squared. Okay, Picasso, his horrific, embarrassing, immature work is $10,000 a centimeter squared. One of my museum quality heirloom prints is $1 a centimeter squared today. Right now, okay, they are half off. If you hit, go to the code, and there you go. You'll find the button. It'll take you to the invoice that you can buy a limited edition 3-foot by 3-foot heirloom print, and you've got 23 minutes to get 50% off. Come on, yeah. We need some claps for that. There we go. All right. And where was I? I was right here. So what we can do is we literally can go like this. So the top of this brooch, winged diamond, bedazzled lowliness thing here, that's just over 27 centimeters, and if you look right here, it's right around 27 cents. gotta have the claps, man. And that is the meditative process. And so you just kind of chill, lay back, and I'll show you right here. Odorless mineral spirits. This is about as technical as we are gonna get. Alright. And then I like to I've got a bigger container holding a smaller container. I don't know why this works for me. It's a pallet cup. You can buy pallet cups, but this helps minimize the drips. Alright, and then so or like that. And I've got a Kleenex right here, and that's it, baby. Your 60-second Atelier is on its way. Alright. So if you're interested, I will teach you how to paint for free. You just gotta join my paint community. And usually I like to broadcast in formal attire because I'm combining the broadcasting with the painting. I'm not super sort of comfortable yet because my screen is totally blocked. I'm kind of flying blind here, but that's okay. Let me see how we're doing in terms of... Okay, I can loosen up the task manager, close out some things here. Alright, we're doing alright. We're doing good. Alright, so now anytime that you see lovely highlights, no matter where they are always partnered with darkness. Wherever there's light, you have something dark. That's there. So if we look right here, you see in the sparkle dark little sort of expressions right there. See all of these little, that's all part of the joy of painting, because you get those little accents, and so somewhat of a brush junkie, I have little tiny itty bitty. So I'll take the brush, dip it into it, and then I have a smaller sort of cutting board, but it doesn't matter. You want to have your paper towel or Kleenex like that, so you just dab it off like that. And so we're gonna put some expression, darkness here to get ready for the light. Size and this tone, right? I've got this brush size and this tone. Then, like an artistic hunter or assassin, I go around and I look for other places that need this size and this expression. See that? I'm not thinking about Donald Trump or Elon Musk or all of the things that make people cry these days. Everybody's right. And you know, if I could literally call it a day just painting, I pretty much conquered everything that I wanted to conquer. But by spending the time and with it upside down, right? There's no you don't get anxious like, oh my goodness. Okay, I see it. To yesterday. A little bit too. And then, you know, when in doubt, blur it out. A little white speck there for no reason. And alright, so I'm kind of just chilling like a bun. Got this size and this tone, so now I'm gonna do what you're doing most of the time. You're going like this, removing all the light from your eyes, taking a look. Yeah, it's coming together. We can see right here, underneath that brooch, there's like a darker strip there, so into the white spirit, get a little bit more material. Okay, and the darkest dark is here. And it's more ivory black. And then we just become a itsy bitsy bit lighter here. Just a skosh. And because of this relationship, this sparkle right here, because it's surrounded by the darkest dark, that sparkle is going to get. Let's give it up for the most radiant sparkle. And then we can put these dots in here if we like. And so now I'm not going to use this brush. I'm going to use this one. And this one is going to be devoted now in this session to the white and the lighter tones. Okay, let me just check my mic level. I seem to be a little bit testing. Alright. A little bit are we full level? Yeah, we're good. Alright. Sorry. Alright, we're cool. We can give an applause, man. Bob Ross ain't got nothing on us. Do you feel chilled? Alright. So, where was I? Okay. Now, over here you can tell. Right there, darkest dark. And it comes in a little shape that I've got to tune up there. But we can come in, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you squint your eyes, do you see how these tones are so much more brilliant than those little dots? The inclination is to give those dots a lot of strength because they look bright, but they're actually not. So we're going to just go like that. Now, be courageous, because it would suck to have to do these dots over again. Placement and tone. Tone and placement. And if you want, you can see that third dot here, right, is at 13 centimeters. So let's see. Drum roll, please. Oh man, are we good? Are we good or what? Not that it matters, but it just feels good to hit that And so, this painting, because it's in the series of our Stars of David campaign, it's very, very possible that this painting right here will be famous one day. You might see it on a building in Israel or Gaza even, right? And you'll know that we together made this little area happen. Isn't that cool? And what's great is you get involved and you're totally distracted that you're actually creating a face. You just completely lose this idea. So when you turn it over, right, at the end of the day or the next day, you turn it over and you go, my goodness, did I paint that? Right? And so what I'm doing now is I'm taking my camera and I'm just filming the progress as it goes from day to day. We're almost done. I could call it a day actually, but I'm gonna really just nail this that area. It's gonna be so much fun. Right? So this is your 60-second desktop atelier. See how that works? So you have a better sort of idea, right? It's your job. I'm not going to tell you where to go. You do the research. You find a desktop atelier, however you want to do it, standing next to your desk, on top of your desk, like this is on top of your desk. The requirements are your desktop atelier, your canvas has to be as close to your computer screen as possible. If they can be next together, they should be next together, and they should be at the same sort of angle. My television is computer screen is not really at the same exact angle, but then once you do that, you have a minimum of 3 brushes per tone. So you should have 3 brushes for white, 3 brushes for your midtones, and 3 brushes for your darkest dark. You can see that. 3 brushes. Large, medium, small, large, medium, small, large, medium, small. And if you really want to be true to the method, then you would have large, medium, small, so that would be 15 brushes. But that's not a lot. I'm a junkie de la brush. Then you just get a coffee can and stick your brushes in the coffee can, or whatever, however you want to hold your thing. And then when you're done, you just move the canvas off your desk or put something so your some wax paper or something to protect it if you like, and you just come back to it when you have time. And the awesome thing about painting in this style, awesome thing about the desktop Atelier is it calls you. You'll be working and it'll be there and it'll be like, hey man, come on, paint me. And especially if you work like this, which is what I recommend, you work like that. And if you have the discipline not to turn it over until the very end, you will freak yourself out. You'll be like, my God, I did this? Me? Little old me? And it helps you with focus, it helps you with relaxation, and it helps you becoming more mindful. You're in the present, and you're not part of the 20th century embarrassment artistic world, where you're painting like a monkey and just throwing art paint at the canvas like you're retarded. You're actually painting something. This is a Louvre inspired method. I traveled back and forth from Chicago to Paris. I have a little girl in France, and so I spent 15 years going to the Louvre and studying the old masters, and you just cannot help but absorb what you see. Then you look at your painting and you're like, Jesus, why does mine suck so bad? Then you go back to the Louvre and you're like, oh, okay, get inspired. And so this method of slowly building up the tones, keeping it abstract, is combining the old with the new, the old masters with the mindfulness, focus of today. All right. Yeah. The timer has reset, so it looks like we've got and let me just show you. So if you're now, the offer has expired, so I'm going to go like this, customize, and I'm going to take the offer off of the website. See that? Just as easy as that. Now, if you use the QR code, you'll come back to here. That'll be your homepage, and the offer is now expired. I was going to show you. So let's do this. Okay, I kind of showed you the 10-second Atelier. Drum roll, please. Okay, so I'll show you how we break it down. Gotta move my light. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't hit the camera. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. See how easy that was? Brush drunkie. You don't this is a 3D thing I did. But you don't have to do a 3D thing. All you need is a coffee can. Put your brushes in. Mineral spirits. Large, medium, and small. 3 of each minimum. And you're there, baby. Get yourself a desktop easel, a square canvas. When we're starting out in this method, we keep it square, and then we go from there. Come on now, God, let's get some class. All right. So we're going to stop the music for a sec, and I'm gonna show you the video I made, which tells the story of this image of this courageous pioneer of diversity and inclusion, this person who was a fierce champion of the Jewish people, and she donated all of her movie proceeds to one movie to rescue people who were being persecuted by the Nazi regime. This image was a little bit too salacious for my DEI village. So we are going to, what happened? Everything disappeared. Okay, there we go. We're going to play my little, are we ready? Here we go. That's right, baby. Blowing it up. Blowing up the scene a little bit. That image was just a little bit too sexy, too salacious for this DEI village. So that image is going to be on a mural. Maybe in Israel, maybe in Paris, maybe somewhere else in Chicago. And to turn this what I believe is an expression of anti-Semitism, an expression of racism against sexy white women. Come on now, we can't be racist against sexy white women. What's wrong with sexy white women? Come on. So, yes, we are in pre-launch phase of the Stars of David campaign. We're gonna celebrate the contribution of Jewish executive producers, Jewish pioneers in Hollywood, who we couldn't have Marlene Dietrich if Hollywood was run by Christian conservatives or Islamic fundamentalists. Come on, are you kidding? It's only the Jewish culture that could have put diversity and inclusion into the forefront of American cinema. All right? We have to respect that. We have to honor that. Well, I'm doing that. So, on our pre-launch campaign, we're going to be painting, meditating, chilling with our QR codes, and bringing this thing up to a rolling boil, baby, because we want a whole lot of hysteria. All right, we want to hear and see a lot of this. All right. We want these, river to the sea people, right? Those characters. We want to get them as irritated as possible. That's the whole point. We're going to be having some fun. Here we go. Center stage. All right. Well, today's a big day. Got a few more podcasts to do. Leave your comments in the comment section, and if you are interested in learning how to paint for free, you can contact me here at Life is a Miracle Podcast. You can get there right there on that promo code, on that QR code. All right. Awesome. Okay. May the mindfulness be with you. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next time. All right. Thanks a lot.